Sam here with Sam's Mobile Locksmithing. I'm working on a 2003 Toyota Highlander from 99, I believe, to 2003. If you got a Toyota product or a Lexus product, the odds are you're going to have to pull the computer out if you lost all your keys. So the computer is normally under the hood, or it's under the glove box or behind the glove box, and this is what the shell looks like, and that's what the computer looks like on the inside. So it's chip IC 900. I'm going to virginize it, right? So right now I'm going to read this chip. So I already read it and I already downloaded, already opened up this file, but I'm not even going to write it right now, because when I got up to get my camera, I moved this whole setup. So I'm going to see if it's still connected, seated properly. So I'm going to read the chip. It's already connected. All right. So I'm going to read it, and we're going to see if it's still connected right. All right, and so when you're dealing with these early model Lexuses and Toyota, this is what you want to have it set to, because that's the chip that you're looking for, the 93C56, and it has to say times 16. Some of them say times 8. Those won't read properly. So you want it to look just like this, okay? And then you hit read, and it should read the chip. So this is what we're going to copy on it. So just disregard this. It's going to read if it's still connected right. All right, so it is still connected right. So that is the information that's on this chip now. All right, we're going to save it, which I already saved. So you just go here, File. Oops, got to close this out. And this is the ID Pro I'm using, but there's other readers and writers you can use. All right, so you just go File, Open File, and I would go down to, actually, you know, I'm going to show you here in a second, so let's do this. So we're just going to, we read it, we're going to save it, which I already saved. So you just go here, go File, Save As, it's already saved. But now what we're going to do is we're going to go Open. All right, so I already read that chip. That's the information that's on the chip. Now we're going to open up the virginized file. I have this file. If you need this virginized file, hit me up. I can send it to you for a nominal fee, of course. Let's see, the virginized file for this particular model is going to be, where's that? It's going to say 16 virgin. Oh, there you go. Toyota 16 virgin. So you use this on the Lexuses and you use it on the Toyotas on these early models if you want to virginize it. I don't like do the ready to start. I like doing the virgin, the 16 virgin Toyota. Just easier. It's easier once you get the computer put back in and to get the car started, I think, in my view. All right, anyways. So we're going to hit Open. It's okay. All right, so you notice, and I'm going to put you up on game. What you see here is the virginized code for a 16-bit. So if you don't have the software, or if you don't have this file, right, if you don't want to buy it, or if you don't want to hit me up so I can email it to you, all you got to do is go in and zero everything out in these fields that you see. Like right here, you do F, B, D, D, F, then you go all the way down, 5A, 69, 7770. If you fill all these fields in exactly how you see it on here, just manually, all you gotta do is manually click in there and change them. If you do it just like that, and over here too, the WP, the ZI, the WP, your computer should be virginized. And all you gotta do is slap it back in your car and introduce a new key to it, and it should take. And now there's a procedure you got to do. It's like you put it in, you take it out, you put it in, take it out, but you can look that up online. But that's the game right here. So you don't need the file as long as you go in and manually edit those characters. That's a virginized code right there. I think that's pretty much all I wanted to show you guys today. So well, let me think. Actually, let me finish this off before I get sidetracked. So we opened it. Now what we're going to do is we're going to write it. That way we make sure it's on the chip. So we're going to write this chip with the virginized file. Oh, actually cancel. All right, so we're going to go to programming right there. So we're going to program it, and then we're going to see if it sticks. So it's programming right now. It says programming successful. Cancel. Now we're going to check it. We're going to see if it actually reads the same. So we're gonna go read. Move this out the way. All right, so we're gonna go read, and if it reads the exact same as it is now, then you know it's been written. That chip, that EEPROM chip has been written. But if it has all those other numbers from before, then you know I gotta redo it. So let's see, we're gonna read it. Yeah, it's the same. So it looks like this was a success. This circuit board, the key immobilizer EEPROM chip has now been virginized. I'm gonna put this all back together inside this box. I'm gonna go back out to the boonies where that Toyota Highlander's parked at. I'm gonna put this in, and it should work. Thank you so much. I'm working here on a 2003 Toyota Highlander. You see that solid red security light? That means that it's in programming mode. So I just put the computer back in, already virginized it, or reflashed it, they call it. So I put this key, this is a newly cut key, with a chip inside of it. I put it in. So it's already in. So this already flashed once. And I took it out. So this is gonna be the second time. I took it out. It's out. Now I'm gonna put it back in, and you're gonna see it do something else. So every time it flashes, it means it's programming a key. Now I only cut one key for this car. I think you're supposed to program like 3 or 4. So I'm just gonna use the same key in the process like 4 times, and hopefully this security light will go off. And when it goes off, it means that this key will be programmed to the car. Actually in all 4 positions, but we just need to be in 1 position. But this car calls for, I think, like 4 keys when there is none. Or the procedure calls for this key to go in and get registered 4 times. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna try to get that security light out. So that would be the 3rd time. See, now it's flashing. All right, we're gonna try it again. So I'm gonna put it in 1 more time. Got it in there. So it's flashing. This is gonna be the last time. Let's see. That should be it. No, it's still flashing. Which means it's not taken yet. All right, so on this 2003 Toyota Highlander, I tried to cycle this 1 key 3 times. Some Toyota and Lexuses, you can cycle the same key and it'll go in all 3 or 4 positions to get this security light to turn off. So what I ended up having to do is I had to go get these blank keys. So this is one that's cut. I got this one already put in, so it's registered, even though I'm not gonna cut it. And, you know, I'll use this for another car one day. And then I got this one in, and this one's uncut too. Now, when I put the 3rd one in, the security light went off, which means it should, all 3 of these keys should be programmed. So I'm gonna take it out. All right, so it's flashing normally. So this is what we got. We got 1 key that's cut, and then we got just 2 blanks that I had to use to get the vehicle to accept this first key. So I guess when you lose all keys, it wants you to program 2 or 3 or 4 new keys. In this case, I only wanted to program 1 because the client's only paying me for 1, so I had to use those blanks. Anyways, I got the security light to stop flashing solid, or to stop having a solid flash. Now it's just flashing normally. I'm gonna put this key in and see if it's actually programmed now. So if I put this key in and this security light doesn't flash, it means it's programmed, and the car should start up. We're gonna see. So it's in there. It's not flashing. Now we're gonna see if it starts up. Still not flashing. All right, here we go. Bam, look at that. Started right up. All right, so these 2 keys, even though they're programmed, and I can cut these keys and they would actually start this car, I'm not. I'm gonna put them back in my bag, and later on, they'll go somewhere else and get repurposed. So the moral of the story is, for these for this 2003 Toyota Highlander, you can't cycle the key, the same key. You actually have to have other key blanks. And the good thing is, you don't have to turn it to the on position. So you could use any key blank that has a correct transponder chip, and you just literally put it right in the ignition cylinder and let it sit until that red light, security light, goes off. Thanks again for watching. Take care.